How's it going, guys? Berek. I'm going to go over how to build meals based off your macro calculator. So my body weight's entered. I'm going to create two meals. The first one is going to be a full macro meal with these proportions, 45, 65, 20. My second meal is going to be a post-workout of 19 and 23. Okay. We're going to use myfitnesspal to figure out how much of each thing I actually need to be eating. So we'll go into myfitnesspal. The accounts are free. I'm going to click Add Food. Alright. So first thing, the first part of my lunch is going to be chicken, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts cooked in olive oil. So I already have the chicken in there, but I need to add the other ones. So I already have a bunch in here already, but it doesn't seem that broccoli and Brussels sprouts are in there, so we're going to have to add them. So we're going to come up here, and we're going to put in USDA. I like to use the USDA just to verify, make sure that those numbers are correct, and it's not just some guy putting in what he thinks broccoli is. And do broccoli. I like to use the 100 grams. It makes the math a lot easier. So I'm going to add that to my diary. And now I'm going to add Brussels sprouts. USDA. Brussels sprouts. All right, 100 grams. USDA. And then the last thing I need to add is the olive oil. Well, for the first part of my lunch, the olive oil. USDA olive oil. I need to search for that. And we're going to use the 10 grams for this one, just because you're not going to use a lot. Alright, so that's the first part of my lunch. But now I'm also going to have kind of like almost like a treat, like a dessert with my lunch as well. And I already have the 3 items that I do that with. It's going to be an apple, rolled oats, and pumpkin puree. And if you notice, they're all in 100 grams. So we're going to add that to the list. Alright, so this is all the food that I'm going to eat for lunch. So now what I have to do is I have to make these numbers work. Alright, so rolled oats, I already know that I'm going to be doing 100 or 40 grams of that, so I'm keeping that the same. I know that's going to be there. And I know that the pumpkin is going to be at 100 grams, so I'm going to keep that as well. The apple, 157. Those are all good numbers. So now what I have to do is adjust the top portions. So right now my protein isn't quite right. I need to get that a little bit higher. Well, let's focus on our carbohydrates. So my carbohydrate should be 65. And it's a little bit high. So actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lower my rolled oats. I can take those down a little bit because that's where I'm getting most of them. So let's take the rolled oats down just a bit. And let's try 0.3. Let's see what that does. I'm going to save that. And it takes it down to 65, which is almost right on. Okay? That's pretty darn close. Maybe if I just add, like, you know, 1 or 2 more oats to that will be spot on. So now what we need to do is adjust our protein. So we're going to up that chicken breast. So we're at 42. I need 3 more grams. So let's try 1.1 or 1.2. Let's see how much. So it'd be 120 grams. And it jumped it up a little too much. So we're going to take that back down to 110 grams. Let's see. There we go. So we're right on at 45. Now our fat is a little bit low. We need to bring that up to 20 for my count. So I'm just going to adjust that with the Olive oil, just use a little bit more. So we'll do 1.4, save that, and 20. Look at that. So we have 45, 20, 64. My macros 45, 65, and 20. So like I said, I could just maybe put a dash more rolled oats in there, maybe like 31 grams of oats. Right, but that's pretty close. So that's how you build your lunch. So now I have the exact weight, so I know when I weigh out my broccoli, I need 100 grams by weight to get 7 grams of carbs. I need 100 grams of Brussels sprouts to get 9 carbs. Right, I need 157 grams to get 22 carbs from the apple, and so on. So now I know how much weight of that food to get the macros that I need. All right, so that's our lunch. So now I want to plan out, my snack. Now, what I did is I have a recovery very frequently, so I actually have that saved. If I go under meals and I have recovery, I just click recovery and add checked. And now you'll see that my recovery is right here. So I have my creatine, which isn't really a big deal. There's nothing in it. I have my whey isolate, and then I have, for this particular one, I had a sweet potato. I'm going to take that out. I currently am using dextrose, so I'm just going to add dextrose. So we're doing USDA, dextrose, search, 100 grams, dextrose, bingo. Add to snacks. Alright, so let's try and get these numbers right. So the numbers I'm looking for are 19 and 23. Okay? So right now I'm at 24 and 100. Not quite right. So it's for 29 grams, I'm getting 24. Let's just kind of take that down to, let's say, 0.8. See what that does. Save. We're at 19. What did we need? Yeah, 19. How about that? And now we need to take this down to 23, so I'm going to adjust that dextrose. And we're going to take it down, let's see, half. So probably about a quarter. So let's go to 25%. So 25 grams. 25 grams is 26. And what do I need? I need 23. So I need to go down just a little bit more. Let's go down to 23. So now I'm at 19 and 24. Alright, I need to go down one more. So we'll go down to 22. 22 grams. Save. Bam. So now my lunch, or my snack, my post-recovery meal, 19 grams of 19 grams of protein, 23 grams of carbohydrates, and that's what we wanted. So now we have our lunch and recovery all set up. Now, what I can do is, if I know I'm going to be eating this frequently, 3 times, I can save it. So if I go to Quick Tools, Remember Meal, and now I can name this meal. So chicken, broccoli, Brussels sprout, and pumpkin dessert. Alright, so now I can save that meal. And now next time I have this meal, or whenever I have it, I can just add it really quickly, and I don't have to do all this finagling all the time. Alright, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.